Now, come on, Ed, this is about Britain.
Faisal, it's about Greece. Like, it's straightforwardly about Greece. We didn't know. No one thought it was going to be about Greece, but it is about Greece. You know.
Greece is tiny. I mean, even if the worst happens and there's a kind of calamitous exit, we've been waiting for this moment for 4 or 5 years. The British banks are padded up. It might affect a few people on their holidays, but in terms of how it affects people in Britain, possibly across Europe, of course it will be the headline whether Greece stays in or stays out. But I mean, we've cried wolf on this for years. And everything seems to work out in the end. They'll print more money, won't they?
Well, it's worked out so far, okay? But we are now at a point where Germany seems like it might be willing to let Greece go. There does seem to be this complacency, but the reality is, if Greece were to go, that would pose enormous questions about this supposedly irreversible currency, and then no longer is the euro a single currency, and that's the core of the European project. So all this stuff about kind of EU renegotiation from David Cameron, that whole thing could be cast into complete kind of disarray if indeed the European project changes irrevocably.
That's short term, though. I mean, the sorts of relationships right now that David Cameron's trying to establish with some EU leaders around that table. He's having 6 more meetings to get them all in with one-on-one face-to-face meetings today. Those relationships, if he gets those wrong now, right at the outset of this renegotiation, it could lead to an accidental Brexit, as they say, and the idea of Britain leaving the EU would impact upon the British people and the European Union far more than tiny Greece. Yeah, I mean, even if it does interact with or impose upon the euro itself.
Yeah, but okay, so the UK doesn't look likely to leave the EU at the moment. Looking at the polling, it looks like people would give a pretty... polls, yeah, I know, can we rely on polls? But nonetheless, looking at polling, it doesn't look like that's necessarily going to happen anytime soon. People, the other heads, the other leaders here are definitely having meetings with David Cameron. He's been put into the kind of agenda, about the UK talking about renegotiation. There's the technical kind of talks that are going on. Isn't that just kind of like politeness because they, the UK is one of the biggest members of the EU, might as well just keep it vaguely happy?
Yeah, but even your man, the Greek Prime Minister, Tsipras, is the Che Guevara of Europe, apparently is going to break off from Grexit talks to have a phone call with David Cameron about Brexit. That shows the British story here is the most important. In terms of the long-term future of the European Union, if Britain left, the very nature of the European Union could be up for grabs, I would say.
Yeah, but it's not immediate, that's the thing. It's not immediate, and right now they are in crisis mode here in Brussels. And so, they'll be very polite, and they'll be kind of, come on, let's have a chat about this. But in reality, then they'll go into the other room next door and try and save the euro. That's what matters to them.
But there is a bit of a connection between Brexit and Grexit, isn't there? The idea that Grexit and the Eurozone problems provide the opportunity for Britain to maybe try and shake up the treaties, but they don't even want treaty change for the Eurozone. So
no, exactly. And but maybe this is the moment where Europe kind of falls apart at one part of it, and then tries to keep the rest of it inside the project. But I mean, no one knows. No one knows what's going to happen. That's what's so exciting.
What we do know is we'd rather be at Glastonbury. No, that's not true. We want to be here reporting on Grexit and Brexit.
Yeah, this is the Glastonbury of Europe.
Of crises.
Yeah.
Thank you.